Hi guys, it's Nicole. I know I said that I was going to do a video the day of my appointment, which was yesterday. Excuse me. But I was a wreck. Well, not yesterday, the day before. I was a complete and total wreck from my appointment, and yesterday my son scared me senseless with a very high fever, projectile vomiting, and just being completely unresponsive to talking to him and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's been a stressful week. Apparently I have a frog in my throat or something. I think I just got rid of it. Alright, so, on to my appointment. I was freaking out because I had gained weight, and with Clarion's rules, you cannot go over your starting weight. And so I wasn't sure if St. Vincent's rules were the same, because it's the same doctor. So I'm freaking out, and I put myself on a liquid diet again, and then the day of the appointment I fasted. And so when I got there, because my weight prior to this appointment, the day before and on Saturday and Sunday, Sunday and Monday? No, the appointment was Monday, so Saturday and Sunday, I'm sorry. I was in like the 220s, and don't exactly know why. Liver reduction diet really has not been working for me, so either, like, it doesn't help me lose weight, for one, and for two, I can't completely stick to it. I can't give up my coffee yet. I have decreased caffeine immensely, to the point where, I mean, this is the biggest that I've had in a while, and I've only had a couple of sips of this so far. But I feel like, you know, if I know that I have a date and I have a goal, I can stop. And, I mean, it's just like when I found out I was pregnant with my son, caffeine completely off the day I found out, and didn't touch it until months after I had my son. So, I know that I can do it. It's just, for me, the motivation, I guess, isn't there because I don't have a date. I don't have any of that stuff going on. So, that being said, we'll get to my appointment. I get there, and I weigh in at 213.7, and I'm like, shoo. So, this big ball of anxiety was released. Talked to the surgeon, and he's like, so, we're going to send off your information to the insurance company. We'll get you on the schedule as soon as possible, and we'll make it happen in May. So he leaves, and then Colleen, his assistant, comes in, who was my contact from the transition of Clarion to St. Vincent's. And she comes in, and she's like, so, you have TRICARE? And I was like, yes. And she was like, do you have TRICARE Standard or Prime? And I was like, well, apparently Prime, because they thought I had Standard, and I was told otherwise. And she's like, are you sure? And I was like, in my back of my head, I'm like, what's wrong? You know, so I'm like, yes. And so from that, she then proceeded to tell me that not only do I need to do the things that I have been doing, well, actually, they don't have the rule of the liver reduction diet. They feel that, you know, if you could lose 50 pounds on your own or whatever, like for a 500-pound person, if they could lose 50 pounds, they wouldn't be in the position that they were in. So they do not require the liver reduction diet, which I'm kind of thankful for. They do try to advise you to stick with higher protein, less carbs, but they don't tell you, well, you can't have this, you can't have this, you can't have this, you can't have this, and do like a total deprivation. So I think that that's a positive. The other thing is the requirements for TRICARE Prime, because TRICARE Standard, you still have to pay 15% of the surgery, and the surgery is $40,000, so that's $6,000 that I would have to be responsible for. TRICARE Prime, I don't pay anything. I pay nothing at all. So it would be very beneficial to stick with TRICARE Prime, because I do have the option of switching to TRICARE Standard and making this process easier on myself, but I think that coming up with $6,000 is not going to be easy, especially since I don't work. I'm sorry I'm talking really fast. I'm trying to get everything in, because it's already almost 5 minutes. So, she then began to tell me the list of things that I need to do. And I'm like, do like what? She's like, well, first, you need a TSH and a hyperlory blood test done. I'm like, okay, well, that's easy. I already had a TSH before, which is the thyroid function to make sure that my thyroid is good. The hyperlory is to check for a bacteria in my esophagus. And then she then goes on to say I need to be checked off by a cardiologist and a pulmonologist to make sure that my heart and lung functions are good. And I'm like, okay, well, that's easy. She's like, from your primary care doctor. And I'm like, that could be an issue. And then she says, from my primary care doctor, that I need to have a letter that states that I'm drug-free, no problem, smoke-free, I don't smoke, and alcohol-free. Well, for the past 8 months. And I'm like, oh my God, really? And at this point, my eyes are just turning beet red, and I'm just trying to keep myself together because I have this very small window of opportunity. My last day of class is May 7th, and I go back to school June 10th, I believe. So that's my window of opportunity, and I wanted to have it more towards the beginning of May so I have enough time to recover. And my doctor was agreeing with me on that point. And he said he would do anything possible to fit me on the schedule. So if that meant that I was the 6th case and he was staying over and staying later today, that's what he was going to do for me. So I hear this news and I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I leave there. I'm on the phone, trying not to be an emotional wreck. I talk to my mom because she works at the VA. That's where my primary care physician is. It takes forever to get into an appointment with anything that has to do with the VA. So I'm freaking out. I'm calling her. I'm like, you know every doctor that's in this hospital. Please help me. And she's like, I will try. I don't know what I can do, but I will try. And so after I get off the phone with her, I call my doctor's office. My doctor's on maternity leave. Her first available appointment is May 21st. Not going to work. I end up just stopping in to see the nurse practitioner and like asking her, like, what can I do? I got nowhere with her. She pretty much tried to talk me out of the surgery, saying I don't need it, yada, 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 yada. And I'm like, look, lady, you haven't followed me through everything that I've been through, so I don't even want to hear it. I automatically shut her down, you know, and I just, I just freaked out. And so, the point that I'm at now is that I talked to TRICARE. I can have my surgeon request these appointments because they are covered at St. Vincent's. So hopefully I'll be able to get in there sooner. The other problem is I have to be over 100 pounds overweight. Now, every single time I've gone into an appointment that had to check my weight again, I have fasted. I have done everything to stay under that amount because I wasn't able to maintain that. So I did send off an email to Colleen stating this point. And I'm like, let me come in and do a real weight, because every time that I've gone in to do a weigh-in, it's been a fasting pre-op liquid diet that I've done in order to maintain that weight or to get down below 217.4. So let me come in and let me give you a real weight, because like amazingly, as it is right now, I'm 220. And if I'm supposed to be at 125, that's not far from being 100 pounds over. So if there's anything I can do, then that's what I'm going to try to do, because this is my last resort. This is my last hope. I've tried every diet under the freaking sun. And, you know, I've been overweight since I've been a teenager. And, I mean, what 5th grader weighs 100 freaking pounds, you know? And, I mean, I don't know. So that's where I'm at right now. That's why you haven't seen a video yet. I do apologize. Thank you for my new subscribers. Comment, you know, subscribe, rate, all that fun stuff. I love you all. I try to comment as much as possible on everybody else's videos because I do watch all the videos. So, hope everybody's doing good. Bye.